Today I'm going to be blindly ranking the Shichibukai of One Piece. Yes, that's right, warlords. I know you guys have been asking me, begging me to make these random videos talking about my thoughts about the show, because right now I'm at Marineford and it's craziness. It is absolute peak. But yeah, I want to rank the Shichibukai real quick because I got a lot of info about a lot of Shichibukai throughout these episodes. A lot of them are still ambiguous, and I'm gonna try and rank them accurately based on strength, like where they stand. I understand like most of them are like kind of equal, like close to one another, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna create my list, like tier list of Shichibukais, and then you guys can tell me in the comments your tier list, and maybe you can just correct me if I'm wrong about something. But and I'm doing this like from my head, from what I remember was said and what I saw throughout the show, because I don't really have time to do research. But yeah, we're gonna and it's blindly ranking, so doing research isn't really good for this video. So let's start. Like at the last possible spot, I would put Moria. Yeah, that probably might come off as a shock to you, because you probably expected Crocodile, because that was the chronological order that Luffy started whooping these Shichibukai, right? When they were first introduced, Crocodile got whooped first, but I just fear that Crocodile would annihilate Moria. Like, his power is just like, he can drain you of all the water from your body, thus making you dead, right? And he can also pretty much turn anything into sand. Like, he touches a door, it's automatic sand, and it just drops down. He can nuke walls, nuke everything. Like, Crocodile's a Logia. Like, Crocodile is just built different. If it wasn't for the nerf, because he's too OP as a Logia to be the first opponent of Luffy, water being his weakness, I guess Moria can splash some water onto him and defeat him that way. But aside from that, I feel like Crocodile, intellectually, like his intelligence, he can run circles around Moria. So I would put Moria as dead last. And sure, when we analyze Moria, my man's zombie army is no joke. And also, it took the full cast of the Straw Hats to unite to beat Moria. And also, his stupidity was his downfall by constantly playing with them and not taking them seriously, and then overestimating himself by taking in 1,000 shadows, which made him weaker. Let's be honest. If he took 100 shadows, it would have been a wrap, right? But Moria underestimated himself, or rather overestimated himself and underestimated the Straw Hat crew, and that was his downfall. Also, Luffy had to go Nightmare Luffy mode, which is a dope mode, by the way. I would love to see it again. But yeah, he essentially needed to turn into the Hulk to defeat Moria, which says a lot. It honestly says a lot. Moria is no joke, and we found out in the New World he was defeated by none other than another Emperor of the Sea, which is the same level as Whitebeard, and I think his name is Kaido. So, and he got annihilated. And some of you guys tell me he didn't get annihilated. It was like a battle that is still talked about even today. So it was like a legendary battle. So Moria didn't, like, he sure lost, but it's not like he didn't put up a fight. But we do know that kind of broke his psyche, and now he just wants to create the army of the dead so he never loses his Nakama again, which is kind of sad when you think about it. But in my opinion, he kind of disappointed me in his arc. And yeah, like, strictly because Crocodile is a Logia, and there's so many ways he can implement his ability. Like, not that Moria can't, but just intellectually, I feel like Crocodile can always outsmart Moria and defeat him that way. So I would put Moria dead last on my list at the number 8 spot, because remember, we have seen like 8 Shichibukai so far, because Crocodile was replaced by none other than Blackbeard. Yes, I'm counting him too. So I'm gonna put Moria at number 8 spot. At the number 7 spot, I honestly don't know, because I don't know enough about Jimbe. He is a fishman, and he doesn't seem that strong to me because he doesn't have a devil fruit, right? So he has this fishman karate, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, how strong can that be? Like, I'm looking at it as a CP9 maneuvering, right? They have those techniques. So I'm assuming it's a fishman version of those techniques that Jimbe has, maybe a little advanced version, and he can swim really fast and all that, right? So, but I'm not that impressed. He's loyal as hell, but he's not that smart, I would say. I would still think Crocodile is smarter than him. But 1v1, I think Jimbe depends on the terrain, but if it's near water, Jimbe's killing Crocodile because, like I said, thanks to that stupid nerf that Oda implemented, so Luffy can beat him. Jimbe can pretty much easily defeat Crocodile, considering that's his only weakness, and Jimbe thrives in water conditions, right? But me personally, I would put Jimbe at number 7. Because just I don't know much about him, and he doesn't strike me as this OP character. He's like a supporting cast character that's strong, but not that strong. Crocodile is like ambitious, smart, and just his hacks with his Logia powers are just different. It's just that Jimbe is like his natural enemy, but overall, like if you put Jimbe and Crocodile against 100 strong opponents, I think Crocodile would come on top, right? It's just 1v1. Jimbe doesn't like. Crocodile wouldn't match well against Jimbe because he thrives in water. And again, if it's a battle in the desert, Crocodile takes that. So it all depends on the environment. So I personally would put Jimbe at number 7. At number 6, now we're getting into an interesting topic where Boa or Crocodile, because Boa kicks ass, I'm not gonna lie. In Marineford, where I'm at right now, she's whooping everybody, bro. She just starts kicking and like punching and everybody turning into stone left and right. She has that Cupid attack that also turns people into stone. And we also know she has a Conqueror's Haki, just like Luffy. She can make people pass out. She can punch a Logia in the face, man. So I think I would put Crocodile at the number 6 spot. I think I have to. And then Boa is probably at the number 5 spot because I don't see her beating anybody else on the list, honestly. Because, like I said, her OP ability is turning men and women into stone because of their lust towards her, and that's her whole thing. And that's a cute thing, I'm not gonna lie, and it's a very useful thing. Like, it's a useful thing towards characters that aren't ready for it. But when we look at the list that's remaining, right? Like, I just don't see her. Like, she can possibly beat Moria, she can possibly beat Jimbe, and possibly Crocodile because she can hit him with a Haki attack and then punch him because he's a Logia, right? So I'll put her at 6, but she's not beating Kuma because Kuma does not give a single solitary fuck about females, bro. Like, or males. Like, he in Marineford, I just found out he was turned into an android. RIP. RIP to the GOAT. But RIP to Kuma, even though he devastated us, but I would argue saved us at the archipelago, right? But regardless, now he doesn't care about any. But he honestly looked like he didn't care about that sort of thing before either. So that wouldn't work on him. And let's be honest, he just too OP, bro. He broken. That Papa Fruit is just devastatingly strong, right? And she's not doing anything to Doflamingo because I don't know much about him, but I know he's a psychopath and a narcissist. It's obvious. He's just not getting smitten by her. He doesn't care. He just does not care. So yeah, she's not. And then I didn't see her beating Blackbeard either. Like, Blackbeard is just a his ability beat Ace, and he just, I don't know, man. Like, he's I don't even know where to put Blackbeard. And Mihawk, I just don't think she beats Mihawk. So far, the list goes like this. Number 8 is Moria. Then number 7 is Jimbe. Then number 6 is Crocodile. Number 5 is Boa. Number 4. Number 4 is very interesting. Because Kuma, I feel like Kuma can whoop everybody. Like, Kuma, he's just the Papa through this OP. But he's not a Logia. He's a... we saw him teleport. This mother effer can teleport. So it's not like he's slow, even though he's a big target. He's like, right? So I can't rank the top 4. I just realized that because I would say, based on your guys' reactions and based how they're talking about Mihawk in this war, we saw what he did to those ships. We saw what he did to Zoro. But arguably Zoro wasn't that strong back then. And those ships, like, come on, Don Creek wasn't that big of a character. That was Mihawk's introduction. He's strong, definitely. But in this war, everybody was just kissing his boots every time he blinked, bro. Even Doflamingo was like, oh, you are gonna act? You? Right? So, I just think Mihawk's just casually fighting Emperors of the Sea like Shanks and winning, by the way. And he doesn't even want to fight Shanks anymore because he lost an arm. He feels like it's an unfair advantage. And mind you, Shanks is still an emperor, so this guy Mihawk must be hella strong. I might actually put him at 1. I might actually put him at 1. Mihawk. So that leaves number 2, 3, and 4. And I don't know how to rank them because Doflamingo is a psychopath, and we saw him. I saw in this war. I just saw him like chop a limb off a giant oars like it was nothing. He's just laughing maniacally, nothing phases him. We know he can control people for some reason, which is an OP ability when you think about it. We know he's in a criminal mastermind. We saw him in the archipelago. He was in that human trade business. We saw him before. He was also in multiple other businesses that Luffy, by the way, ruined for him, and he still doesn't care, which kind of shows that he has a big IQ too, just like Crocodile. And just in the war, just now where I'm at, he asked Crocodile to join forces with him because they're both smart as hell and strong. So this guy's aware. So he's no joke. He's gonna be a problem. I have a feeling he's gonna be a problem. So at number 4, I might actually have to put Kuma. I might actually have to put Kuma at number 4, and then number 3, I don't know, man. Number 3, I think number 3 is gonna have to be Doflamingo, even though I have the least amount of information about Doflamingo and Mihawk. But number 3 is gonna have to be Doflamingo, and then number 2 is gonna have to be Blackbeard. Because even though he just got devastated in Impel Down by the Warden Magellan, right? He just got one-shotted. That was surprising. But I just feel like the show is gonna... the show, they're portraying Blackbeard like a true pirate. Like, he oozes true piracy, the behavior, the look, everything. So I feel like there's gonna be way more to his character. We know he's cunning, we know he's sleazy, we know nothing's below him, right? There's no, like, there are no levels he's willing to stoop to get what he wants. So I think Blackbeard is gonna have to be number 2 just because of the sheer potential of evil that he might unleash in the world one day. And then Mihawk is gonna be number 1 because everybody seems to be afraid of him for some reason. He's the best swordsman in the world. He has the best sword in the world, and he just keeps looking for that fight. He nonchalantly attacked point blank Whitebeard, which is not even a flex for him because he was casually sparring another emperor like yesterday, Shanks. So yeah. That's the list. Number 1 is going to be Mihawk. Number 2 is going to be Blackbeard. Number 3 is going to be Doflamingo. Number 4 is going to be Kuma. Number 5 is going to be Boa. Number 6 is going to be Crocodile. Number 7 is going to be Jimbe. And number 8 is going to be Moria. That is my list. Blindly ranking them because I still don't have all the information about all of them. Like half of them I barely know. But, you know, I have seen most of them in action and they're all broken strong. Don't get me wrong. I'm aware of that. But just them pinning against each other, I think this is a fair list of their capabilities so far, what I know about him based on that. So tell me in the comments what you think. I think I elaborated most of my points enough, at least for you to understand where I'm coming from. Tell me in the comments what you think. What's your list? What would you change on my list? Why would you change it? And tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm just flat out wrong about somebody. Just don't try to not spoil, because like I said, I'm basing this list and this ranking on the information I got so far in the show. And I'm counting IQs and everything because I think Doflamingo's hella smart as well as Crocodile, which I think both of them proved pretty much with the limited information I got. Because, hey, let's not forget, Crocodile invaded a country and was like controlled it from the shadows, and the ones actually in charge couldn't do shit about it. So my man, that's why he's above Jimbe, even though I don't really know that much about Jimbe. I might be biased because, you know, I just, he's a bland character so far in the war. Not much from him, aside from him being a fishman and knowing how to swim well. But yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments, like, share, all that. And tell me also some video ideas you would like to hear from me and see from me about One Piece and maybe some other shows, because I am watching hella good shows right now. That being said, guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a follow, comment, and bye.